Coming into K-State, I really had no interest in following Christ. I just wanted to join a fraternity, have a ton of fun, and make a ton of friends. And yet there was this one guy in my fraternity that I began to talk with just about what it meant to follow Christ. And I actually made that decision at the end of my sophomore year. And right after that, I went down to Kaleo. And that's for the first time I really saw that Jesus had something so much bigger for my life, and that he wanted me to help other guys know about this relationship with Christ that they could have. And he wanted me to help them to tell others about Jesus too. So I came back from Kaleo, and there was this guy in my fraternity named Chase.
So coming into college, I had a lot of goals. I wanted to be successful, and I also wanted to kind of live that typical frat guy's life. So I did that for about a year and a half. It wasn't until about middle of my sophomore year when I was at a large group meeting, and the guy was giving a message on living to please God rather than yourself or others. This was the first time I kind of reevaluated my life and looked back and saw that in my life, very little of it was pleasing to God, if any.
I knew Chase was somewhat spiritually interested, and I knew Chase wanted to make that same decision to follow Christ. And when he made that decision, we began to just start meeting together regularly and just talking more about just what it really meant to follow Christ in the fraternity and to follow Christ in college.
He really just started to show me, what it looked like to live to please God. He wasn't perfect at it either, but he had a better understanding of what it meant.
At the beginning, it was really about me helping Chase grow, me helping Chase learn what it meant to follow Christ. But as time went on, Chase began to see that he needed to help other guys grow. And so I just began to help him make an impact on the fraternity himself.
And over a period of time, just of Rogie and I getting together one-on-one, I started to get this vision of discipleship, and I started to realize the same way Rogie was helping me grow in my spiritual walk, I wanted to help the guys in my fraternity grow as well. And so I started to share my faith, quite regularly with the guys in the house, hoping I could lead someone to Christ and really start to help them grow.
I came into college, realized I kind of had this newfound freedom, and I was able to make my own decisions. My parents weren't here to make me do kind of the things that I did growing up. During that first week, I started meeting with Chase, and one of the things that he brought up was, is God just a slice of my life, or is he the center of my life? Right then and there, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to give my life to Christ.
When I came into college, I just wasn't sure what to pour my life into either. Unfortunately, it took me like a little bit longer to realize it. My first year, it was all about the party life. Coming into a fraternity this year, I just wasn't sure what to expect again. I wasn't sure, what kind of temptations would be there, what kind of guys I'd be around. And I started seeing guys like Chase, and he really grew on me. I'd see him talk with people, and just talking with me, I could tell that he truly cared about who I was just as a person. One night, I brought him in my room, and I remember telling him, hey man, you care if I talk to you about some stuff? And he didn't really know me real well at this point, so he was like, sure, that's awesome. And I brought him in there, and I was just like, bro, I got a lot of stuff to talk to you about, and I just start pouring out all my sins and all that partying from my past life, and just tears streaming down my face. And he was like, bro, that's fine, don't even worry about it. God will love on you and care about you no matter what you did and what kind of sins you committed. And I think that's the thing that really made me realize that decision was what I needed to do right there.
I started to meet one-on-one with each of them pretty regularly, and I really just started to just show them the exact same thing Rogie showed with me.
I mean, having Chase lead us has really been great. We've been able to get the Word together, and he's really shown us how to apply Scripture to our life, and he's also shown us how to memorize Scripture effectively. Chase has kind of passed on his vision to us about sharing the gospel in the house. And really, I'm so thankful that Rogie spent the time and poured himself into Chase, leading Chase, so that he could do the same for us. So hopefully someday we could do the same for someone younger than us.
It's been really cool to see Chase this past year, because even though I don't live in the same state as Chase anymore, he's making an impact on guys because I made an impact on him. And the fact that I can multiply my life into other people, and the fact that they can keep on passing it on, even when I'm long gone, just really excites me, and I want to do it for the rest of my life.